Alright, let's import the data into MetalOpt. I have Excel open. We will run MetalOpt. The first thing we need to do after enabling the macro is when you purchase it, the data extraction features are not enabled. So the first thing we need to do is go to miscellaneous data and check data menu on. Close. Then we will need to save the file. Save it to your master file. The next time you open it, it will have that enabled. So let's open it again, and we will enable macros again. Okay, this time you can see this import export menu option is available. Okay, we are ready to import the data. First thing we will do is import Excel data. And we need to select the file. This was the storefront data Excel sheet we made. And there it goes, making fab sheets. Wow. We have all our fab sheets made. And each tab is based on the extrusion. It has put in the extrusion number, all the links, and in the tabs it put all the elevations, and then the quantities. And then from here you can optimize. First thing I would do is start putting in tag data. The 2106, that's why I put the descriptions were put in the remarks. So this is a glass stop, so I would put in glass stop, and then my tags would be you can make the tags anything you want. One, two, come on, 3. So then those tags are done. And I do this so I can export the tag data back to AutoCAD. This is a sill, so we'll just call this an S. And then you go through and do all your tag data. After we export it back into AutoCAD, then I print everything, print these fab sheets, print all the elevations, then I compare all the information to make sure that I inputted the data correctly, because that's the human error. This is computer generated, but it's still input with humans. Okay, I've inputted all of the tag information on all of the tabs. Intermediate horizontal, head horizontal, pocket filler, mullion, flashing. This was the original sheet, which is where it started from originally, putting in. It happened so fast you couldn't see it. One item I want to point out, if you're curious, the AutoCAD information is actually in a hidden field on the Excel spreadsheet, and when we export the data back into AutoCAD, this is that information that AutoCAD will look for, so it knows where to put each tag. So it's simple as that. Okay, now we're prepared to export the tag information back into AutoCAD. Of There's one thing I have not done, because we saved this as 001 test, and I have not hit save. So now if the computer messes up, we're good. So we will go to, okay, we want to export the data. I'm on the first tab. Just as long as you stay within, just keep all the tabs to the left of the master fab sheet. That's where all of the tag information will be extracted from. So we will go to export to AutoCAD, which AutoCAD is open, and we are in a select window command. It doesn't really tell you that, but that's what you are in. So I want to select all data, which will still be filtered, and it's filtered by a layer called CAD Tools, which you'll see in your layers. So I just want to select all data for all of my elevations, and then when I hit enter, it will start extracting the information. And depending upon the data, it could be a lengthy process, and it is just going through looking at each of those unique numbers. Okay, they've all been copied. We'll go back to AutoCAD, and we should zoom in, and the tags are in. So then I will print everything, check it, correct any mistakes. At this point it will be manual, and then I'm also ready to start optimizing for my cut lists and prepare my order. Okay, I wanted to make a note about the layers, which will come up later, because when you extract the data, it is layered with it is filtered, and is filtered by layers, and I am filtering by a layer called CAD Tools, and it's not changeable at this point, but I wanted to note that. So when you go to layers, one thing you want to keep in mind is in that attribute data, I have separated it in the main layers, CAD Tools, then the length field is on its own layer, parts and remarks, depending upon if you want to display any of those items. I always have them to where they're visible on AutoCAD, but they do not print, because I've checked them off so they do not print. And then I'll turn the main layer on and off, which will show the tag information. So when I submit the shop drawing originally, I don't want the word tag showing up everywhere. And then after we get the submittal back, then I will turn that on so it will print. Well, I guess okay, during the checking process, I found an anomaly where my dimension is in 64ths, and we don't work to 64ths. We don't even work to 30 seconds. But it happened in AutoCAD, and it had to do with this mitered information. Because when you start getting with the hypotenuse of a triangle, things happen. Where the mullion length should be 147 inches, but you can see the data is in 64ths. It's a 64th smaller. So what I will do is offset 147, and you can see the line is a 64th shorter. We will go down to the tag and do a regen, and you should see 147 inches. Back with in MetalOpt, I'll just manually correct that at 147 inches, the mullion and the pocket filler. That should take care of that. Then we will, while I'm here, I will talk about the miter information, since that area is where it was mitered. To do miter information, that's why I put the word miter in those descriptions. So that kind of flags out in the remarks where I need to add the additional metal. This is a mullion, which is the pocket filler at the mullion. I will put 1 star to add extra material. I do believe this is the horizontals. Yeah, the head horizontal. That is mitered at both ends. So I will give it a double star to add even more material. You can see Excel, and you can change these formulas where 1 star is adding 3 inches, 2 stars is adding 4. You can make it 6 inches or 12 inches. And once you've added that information, you're ready to optimize.